You are watching Kit Kabinet, and this is the inbox review of the Trumpeter Westland Wyvern in 1/72 scale. Today we have a big box with a big plane. Westland Wyvern from Trumpeter. Let's have a look inside. Now, like I said, this is quite a big plane, so I won't get all the sprues in frame just all at once. And you can see that it's, despite that it's 1/72 scale, it's kind of big. And let's say if we compare it to something ridiculously American, like a P-47 Thunderbolt, which is a big plane, it looks totally cute next to this this thing. So yeah, the Wyvern is quite a big plane. Let's take a closer look at the model itself. And there's some very nice crisp recessed panel lining. This model looks very nicely detailed. We have here the spinner, arrestor hook, tail wheel, cockpit parts, and everything looks very nice. The cockpit detail looks acceptable. We have some consoles here. The cockpit itself is all black. You wouldn't see a lot of detail unless you would mount the canopy open, but it looks very good. Next, over to the wing sprue. Yeah, similar story here. Exquisite detail here on the center section of the wing. You can see some nice wheel well detail here. Also, this model has the option to fold the wings. There is some detail in here, so for when you fold the wings you can get some extra detail sets. Here we got some tail planes. The prop construction is a bit fiddly, but doable. And the next parts we have here, these are two similar sprues, many stores, like bombs, like your rockets, and the starter rockets. Now overall the model looks quite nice. Especially the panel lining is so crisp. One thing, or two, the exhaust pipes of the turboprop engine are somewhat shallow, and you mount them right here, so they are fully in view, and they don't really have any depth, and you can see that quite well. Now you can either get some full depth tubes as replacements here, which is a bit tricky because you can't go overly deep, like all the way through the model. I mean, these exhaust pipes would come all through the fuselage and go all to the front towards the engine. So that's a bit of a thingy. You could also like blank them off. There were covers for the exhausts. So if you would make a park model and get some exhaust covers in there, that would work as well. Otherwise you would have to live with not so deep exhaust pipes, and maybe by careful painting suggest that it has more depth than it really has. And here we have the transparencies. They look quite good. Up close we have the instrument panel, which is all transparent, so you get transparent dials. It's very nice. The plastic itself is a bit on the thick side, but it's perfectly acceptable, and it hardly gives any distortion there. So they are nice and clear. And you even have your navigation lights here. And if you get like a small drill and drill out the bulbs on this side, the decal sheet You have here the common decals for everything with your marcation lines, your danger triangles, etc, etc. The roundels are also for all versions. Unfortunately, with my copy, the center dots are a little bit out of register, so I'd either have to get some aftermarket decals. You could get lucky with your version. I think this is not like a common misprint, or at least I hope. And of course we have the markings for your different versions here. Well, the instruction sheet is like this really nice booklet with instructions and everything, your sprue map, really big and clear drawings you have here for all the stages. This is quite a detailed model. There's like 150 parts to this thing. So yeah, this is not like a beginner's kit. It looks very good though, and for the more experienced modeler this would be a total bag of fun to construct. But as you see, these instructions go on and on and on, and they're very big drawings, and they're very clear, and they're very detailed, and it's yeah, it's a lovely booklet. I mean, you can't really go wrong by following the instructions here. And more stages. So yeah, everything is very well explained here. All to the end. You can choose your set of stores here. We have the painting instructions here. They are nice and full color. You can build several versions. We have the Suez Crisis version here with the yellow and black stripes, the campaign stripes. And we have two more versions here. The HMS Eagle and the Ark Royal. But very colorful painting instructions. So there. So in conclusion, I think this is a very nice and very nicely detailed kit. My only gripe with the model is that the exhaust tube, as I mentioned, is a bit shallow and very visible. And of course I didn't get lucky with the roundels on the decal sheet. But as a whole, I think this is a very nicely detailed and very promising kit of a lesser known airplane.